Well, hello there, it's me Oxilian here, back from 2b2t. I'm trying to go to the world border in vanilla, so no cheats, no hacks whatsoever. Also, I'm doing this travel in the overworld, so no nether travel allowed. Today's episode will be a little bit different than from the others. Normally I do just cuts of the highlights or things I find interesting. But today, it will be an episode without cuts, so you can have the full experience of me traveling towards the world border. Let's go! As you can see, I am at around 8.75 million blocks out, and I started my travel last year before summer. I had 2-month break during the summer because that was my vacation I had from work. And then I continued traveling towards the world border. So it's not completely a full year I've been traveling so far. But still, it's a long time. If I look at my statistics, just for general, there should be a time played. If I scroll down, it's 19 days. 19.17 days. Just, well, I think total travel time is around 18.5 days. Because the rest I just, went around spawn, trying to escape and get my gear. What do we have here? This terrain looks crazy. And there is a pillar going up. Is there anything on top? No. There is another portal. Alright, why not? Some of you guys are wondering why every nether portal I'm doing this. Well, I do it just because. Yeah, I love the landscape. I love these floating islands you can find sometimes. Big mountaintops. Yeah, 2b2t's terrain generation can be really funky. I recently upgraded to a new computer. It's an HP Omen with 32 gigabytes of RAM, a nice and beautiful GeForce RTX, a really good graphics card inside. I don't know the exact name of it, but I also have a beautiful Ryzen AI 7 processor chip installed, and this game just runs smoothly as ever. The only thing that's holding me back is not my internet connection. It is, well, just 2b2t itself. So sometimes the chunks are loading slowly. Even though we just have 588 players online right now. But still, it's going really slow today. But at least the chunks are loading, so I can make a little bit of progress. Some of you had been wondering why I'm even doing this travel, why I started even to begin with. To be honest, I can't remember where I even started. I just thought, well, let's just get out and find a nice place to set up a base and build something. I guess that was my first idea. And, well, it changed to something bigger. Because I thought, well, there are so many people saying, wow, you gotta travel to the world border. It's crazy. That's one of the things you gotta do in 2b2t. But I thought, yeah? But I'm playing vanilla. So if I was going to travel to the world border, it would take me years. And yeah, my guesstimation was right. In the beginning, when I had more free time from work, I was able to do around 100k per day. So 100,000 blocks per day was my normal goal. But nowadays, since I work full time, I can't do 100,000 blocks per day. It would just take too long to do this. But well, I'm enjoying myself having this travel. What I've got in my inventory, all these bottles of enchanting, I got gifted from a friend. From Turbot44. Yeah. So these will last me a long time to repair my elytras. The only bottleneck I have are rockets right now. I still have some left in my my e-chest, and I guess in one of these shulkers somewhere. Yeah, it's a complete mess. Should be some rockets left. So at the next tree I'm finding, I will just make a short stop to look for more rockets, because I don't think these 44 rockets will last for long. And most of the time I just fly over oceans. I find nothing, but yeah, that's just part of the experience I really enjoy. Alright, here we've got a tree. Why do I choose trees? Some have asked to make my stops. Well, at the trees there are no mobs that are disturbing you while you're sorting your inventory or making the intro of some YouTube videos. So it is real chill. Alright. I could even make some new ones, but first I want to use the rockets I already have. Let's see if there is some in here. No. Yeah. When you're traveling this long, you gather sometimes some really random shite. And in my case, it's, for example, goat horns or whatever. Yeah, I think this is enough. One more. There we go. Then I have one more space for this shulker box. And let's go towards the sun. Some of you also asked, way back in the first few episodes of my travels, why I'm traveling to the east. Well, I just thought it looked nice, seeing the sunrise or the moonrise. That's the reason why I chose this direction to travel. And I think it's fitting when you're just flying around and you think, oh, I can't find anything, or I'm a little bit exhausted from all of this nonsense, but the sun is always there to help me. Oh, there's a boat out in nowhere. That's interesting. And here we have our first oddity of the day. And you can see it right here. It's a cut-off ocean temple with the big guardian right here. There you can see it. I think it looks really beautiful when you find these big structures cut off. But I'm not getting closer because these guys will just attack me. And they hit really hard because I'm only wearing diamond and I'm wearing no chest plate. Alright, I don't know if I can start my... I can start my flight from water. I always thought I had to go to land. This was my first water start. Beautiful. I always learn new things in Minecraft. Alright. Let's travel across the ocean again. A lot of people also ask me why I'm playing vanilla, why don't I use Fulbright or any hacks at all? Well, it's just the way I love to play Minecraft. Why would I need any hacks? I just love grinding for my gear, I just love the way it is. So if you find something, it is really worth a lot. If you find a chest, for example. And I found some bases, you wouldn't believe it. I found a lot of bases on my travels here. I'm just not showing everything I find. Because I want to keep some of these finds just for me, just for myself. Here are some lines of people that had been traveling a long way back when boatfly was still possible. So back then the biomes were completely different. There was no snowy biome here. So that's why you find these green patches and green lines. And because they were traveling so fast, they only loaded a one chunk wide area. And I find it really beautiful to see. I mean. It looks just amazing. Seeing this line going straight through everything. And here we have a ruined portal. Let's check it out. You never know. Sometimes there are some goodies inside. Projectile protection. Alright. I'm gonna take these building blocks. Pink sheep. Beautiful. Oh, small snowy biome. What is this biome called? Ah, snowy taiga. That's it. And snowy plains. Beautiful. So many ice bears. Alright, the chunks are loading a little bit slower than before. The TPS are a little bit dropped. what I think is funny, if you look at the name of underscore DAKX underscore, his face is animated. How do they do this? I don't understand how this works. It's two different pictures. Are they changing skins or whatever? I don't understand it. If you know why their face is blinking, please tell me in the comment section down below. Ah, there's a little bit of juice left on this elytra. New chunks, because the lava starts to flow. And the water starts to flow. I guess that's also the reason why the chunks are loading this slow. Because these chunks are newly generated. And most of the chunks I'm loading when I'm just flying over, they immediately get deleted afterwards by the server. Because of the new strategy they use to keep the wall size as small as possible. If a chunk is just loaded for a short period of time, for the first time, they will just delete it afterwards. Hey, what's this? Something from 2020. Yeah, nothing. It's all about the journey, not the end. Well, there is something. Alright. There is one gunpowder. Might change it. I trade it for my obsidian. Alright. And as you know, I gotta do this. There we go. And as I was saying, the chunks I load for a short period of time, all of these chunks are getting deleted. Except the chunks where I stay for a bit. For example, all the villages I visit or the houses I had been at, they will stay. So I'll leave my mark on the server by just letting chunks load for a long enough time so they stay loaded. So everything you see in my episodes of Traveling to the World Border can be visited by you as well. You can also travel to these strange and funky locations if you want to. And as far as I know, I'm the only one who is doing the Travel to the World Border in vanilla in the overworld. So nobody is before me was that crazy to do this. I'm the first one. I might not be the last, but I know I'm the first one, on TB2T at least, to do this travel without cheats and hacks, and without using the nether to travel. One of my friends joked about, wow, once you reach the world border, they will make monuments about you, they will start a cult or whatever. It makes me still giggle when I think about it. I don't think so, that there will be a statue somewhere of the person who went to the world border in vanilla on TBTT. But it would be really funny. Alright, here we have a really small village. And the farm is cut off. Yeah. Right here, the farm is cut off. So this chunk was loaded. It's just one chunk wide, yeah. That's the reason why no other parts of the village are here. Guess this is one of these boat fly thingies that happened here. And if I go up to get a better view, yeah. There's nothing here except this church, which luckily was made into this chunk. Oh, there is also a street I haven't seen before. But apart from this, there is nothing that was generated. So this is an old village. Alright, there is some light. Ah, it's just a lava lake. I'm on the second Elijah. I will fly until the third one is done. So today will be a long episode. A really long. And I hope you like it. I'm not just making these videos for you, I'm also making them for me. Oh, there was a cut off tree. Ah, we are traveling along the line. There you can see these trees are cut off. I'm making these videos for me. I love to rewatch my episodes and look at the things I already discovered. Some of my episodes I watch even twice or so, because I think revisiting your travels on a server where you are engaged into one project for that long means a lot to me. And I love revisiting the other places, so to speak. Because I can't go back there and, for example, stay at the creeper farm I made, the rocket farm I made. I can't go there anymore. This is something from the past. But I'm able to travel there by looking at one of my videos. And this is awesome. So I more or less have a perfect almanac of all the things I discovered. I also make a lot of screenshots, sometimes with my coordinates on, sometimes without, but I always have the date on that, so I know exactly when it was taken. And if I want to know where one screenshot was, if it was not in the video, I just have to look at the dates, look at the episodes I made, and then I can say plus minus a few 100 blocks or a few 10,000s of blocks where this location is. That's what I really cherish about my documentation. The most important places I also put in a document, in a text file, a normal editor file. Alright. Here we have another oddity. That's beautiful. So we have a broken nether portal with an efficiency 4 hoe. And you can't write the word hoe no more in chat. And, well, I think it's funny. Alright, so this building generated at the same place. So there's a temple and ruined portal. They generated at the same place. I think it's just beautiful. Alright, I'm putting this here. Come on, zombie. There you are. Found you. Alright. Ah, there they are. There's another zombie. There is a spider down there. I think it's full carnage. Why not? Let's get down there and take them. Take them on. It's a lot of them, but they're fighting each other. Beautiful. Alright, I gotta close up the entrance. So no small ones can enter. Yeah, sometimes I'm just trying to be safe when exploring these areas. And this is unlooted. Perfect. Let's take a look in the chests. Gunpowder. Yes. For making more rockets. Beautiful. Even more gunpowder. Awesome. Some diamonds. Blast protection. Okay, that's not that bad. What do we have here? Smite 5. Okay. If somebody needs a smite book, it's here. Alright. Let's get out of here. Gonna take these with me. Alright, where are my rockets? There they are. And let's continue. So beautiful. Coral reef. Oh, I'm 100 away from my line. Should go back. There we are. I always try to stay as close to the Z-axis as possible while traveling. Before I started making my videos, just the highlights, I got some really decent feedback that people were saying, "Oh, your videos are so relaxing. You keep talking so calmly," and I want to do this video exactly like that, as the early episodes I made about my travels to the world border. Just sharing my thoughts while I'm traveling. And also answering some questions I had in the comment section. And if you have some more questions about me or about my travels, don't hesitate to ask them in the comment section down below. I always, and I really mean always, check every comment, read through it, and formulate an answer. Always. And never leave a comment unanswered. There was only one occasion where I wasn't able to read one comment because I guess it included some profanity, and it was deleted before I even was able to read it, because some other player might have reported that commenter for harassment or whatever. But apart from the one comment I wasn't able to read, I answered every comment. So, feel free to ask your questions. We're making good progress today. Over 600 players now. Beautiful. I don't know how many of these are bots or alt accounts. just grinding away some whatever. But I think 50% of these are not active players participating in the game. They have just some function either for spamming in chat, delivering things for some random ass shop, or just doing whatever they do. So my guesstimation is that 303 people are actually playing the game. And that's not a lot. That's really a small number. If you look at Q is longer than 1,000. And it's a shame that 2b2t only lets priority players inside and no free-to-play players. You should make more slots for the free-to-play community. Because staying in queue for 2 days is just nonsense. And I know this server can handle more than 1,000 players. More than 1,000. Easily. But they keep the spots for the free players, well, really low. So that's why you have a queue as big as that. We might be able to get to 8.8k today. I'm not sure. I mean 8.8 million blocks. And that's just, yeah, 19,000 blocks away from here. Yeah, that's today's goal. 8.8 million blocks. What I think is funny, today, last episode, number was episode number 87. So if I can get to 8.8 million blocks, it would be fitting for an episode 88, right? Yeah, that's the goal for today. Get to 8.8 million blocks. And then finding a nice logout spot. After recording, of course. I know my subscriber count is not that big, 282 at the time of recording this. But I still am a little bit scared of people trying to kill me. Even though I'm that far out, if they knew my logout location, some of them might track me down and kill me on sight. And this would throw me back a long distance. And I also never can know if my bed I placed last time is still there when I die. So I try not to die, just to be safe. But you can never know in these times. If your bed is still standing. I heard of a lot of people that stopped playing on 2b2t because of the regulations in chat of things you can build, things you can say, things you can write on signs. And I can understand it. It is limiting free speech. And this is not what 2b2t should be about. 2b2t should be about you can say whatever you want in chat. You should be able to say fuck or whatever. But yeah. Mojang and Microsoft, well, they just hit the big ban hammer. These words are banned, these words are banned. You can't say this, you can't say that. So they want to be a family-friendly company. So This is now a family-friendly chat, you could say, family-friendly server. And people that left 2B2T, some of those players went to another server called Constantium. Constantium is also a server I'm playing on for, well, a little bit more than 2 years. I think it will be 3 years soon. And I can understand why people go there. It's also an Anarchy server. Almost like 2B2T. Yeah, the community is great. There is no queue. You don't have to pay anything for the server, because the admin just pays the bills himself. So, no priority queue whatsoever. And yeah, it's a great Anarchy experience, I would say. I love spawn, I love staying at spawn. I made a lot of spawn projects in the past. If you just watch my 2B2T content, you might also enjoy my Constantium videos I made, because these show really the beauty of the server Constantium, at least from my point of view. I know that there are a lot of people who are making ginormous bases, really monster mega bases out there that just look like all of the Hermitcraft team got together and built for a few years some bases. That's what you can find on Constantium. Only problem is, because I'm playing vanilla, it would take me half a year or so to get to some of these places. Or even longer, because they're out in the millions. But if you're for base hunting, you can find a lot on Constantium. So I would suggest you to just join Constantium. Especially in the next few weeks. Because you might take part in a... Well, I can't say anything about it, but if you join in the next few weeks, let's just say it will be fun. It will be great fun for new players, especially from 2B2T. You will love it. Anyways, back to 2B2T. As you can see, we're traveling along the line, because in the forest there is this one chunk wide gap most of the time. Jungle biomes are something different sometimes, because the trees are so big. The one chunk wide area usually gets overridden by the trees. Alright. We're nearly 10k away from 8.8 million blocks. Whoa. Don't want to fly into the trees. But here you can see the line a little bit at least. The higher up you are, the easier it is visible. Yeah, it goes through there. Oh, what do we have here? Gotta stop right here. Just for a moment. There we go. And let's continue. Oh, desert. Let's fly up again. Let the chunks load. Oh, it's just a small desert. Someone asked, does netherite not spawn? Well, it does, but really, really far out. Because a lot of the nether chunks were loaded. Yeah, you gotta go out a really, really big distance. At least some people found some dupes. So, some people, except me, I'm rocking diamond. Some people can cherish netherite gear at spawn and play the little crystal PvP game all day long. And if they run out of kits, well, they just resupply. It's not my playstyle, but if you enjoyed playing crystal PvP, do it. It's a legit way of playing Minecraft. It's just nothing for me. I just prefer to travel. In the last episode, you might have seen me failing against Vex. So I'm not a threat for anyone. I can't fight good. I'm not that bad with the bow, but apart from bow, well, I'm not that good. Sometimes I forget to jump, so I don't hit crits. Yeah, I'm not a fighter. I'm a traveler and I'm a builder. Unfortunately, you haven't seen a lot of me building on these travels. Because I just want to get to the warp portal first. And then I will build something big. Maybe a base at the border. Who knows? We will see. Yeah, there is the line. Beautiful. Going through the forests. Ah. $6,500 blocks away from 8.8 million. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible today. Someone is asking, is Meteor client enough? I'll play vanilla. I don't use any clients. And I'm fine. Yeah. Any heckline is more than enough. Yeah, except if you want a crystal PvP, yeah, then most of us have to use cheats and hacks. But I don't play like that. So I'm fine just playing vanilla. Oh, how's the warp water trip? It is wonderful. I'm nearly at 8.8M. Oh yes. So much crazy things I found. Yeah, the ship in the cave was good. Today I found half of an ocean temple. What's the best thing? Best of all? A big base with a gunpowder farm. Best of all? Big base. Big base. I mean. Yeah, it was a big base with a big gunpowder farm in it. Big creeper farm. And terrain generation wise, I would say best was the houses underwater. Three ocean temples on a range of 600 blocks. That's a lot. Oh, there is another one. Bum. What I find funny is I can't place my smiley like here, but in chat nothing is displayed, so ASCII signs are not allowed in here. That's so dumb. So if I wanna write a smiley, I have to write it like that. Ah, I know what my first words were. Oh, there is 8.8. There is 8.8 million. Gas there, right? There is 8.8 million blocks. I made it. Beautiful. 2026, 2025, 2022. And there is the griefed light sign, of course. Yeah. Gotta do this. As you know, I have to. There we go. I have to do this. Beautiful. Alright. So we did it. My first words. I was talking about my first words. I think my first words were spawn is so hard I can never leave it. So let's try it. Can I even say it? First words OxilianEOD. I can't even write anything in chat now. It's as always. Alright, let's continue. We made it to 8.8 million blocks. Oh, why not? Let's make a screenshot of that. There we go. 5. 8.8 million blocks. That's the screenshot I'm gonna take for today. And let's find a nice place to log out today. Shall we? Anyways, I gotta say to you, thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!